Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Tyranny. Last episode, we went through finishing up the quest for Barrack, wherein we basically learned that his armor is effectively a solid part of him that cannot be removed without him removing the protection of Graven Ash. So he's unfortunately kind of doomed to be stuck in it. Really unfortunate for him. Interestingly, through the whole discussion and actions, we also gained a fair amount of fear with him, so now we have both abilities, both of which are one per rest, unfortunately. Interesting, as they may be. Ooh. Interesting. But, yeah. Anyway, that said, we need to go to... We need to go up to here to the Bastard's Wound. Will it take time? Yes. But we have a couple quests that we need to turn in here regardless, so we shall do so. Then we'll probably check back in with our spires. So there's a couple things to do with that. No interruptions. That's a twist. Alright, get through the loading, and then we'll speak with the two people. First Wagstaff, then the Forge-bound guy. Seems about right. Right. We'll start down here with Wagstaff. Speed up the running, please. We're getting over here, and slow down the running. Now then, Wagstaff. The old man regards you as you approach.
Fatebinder, what else do you want of me?
I have news regarding Phoebe.
You have? Well, out with it then. What happened?
Here's the tome of aqueous metallurgy you were really after.
You found it! Excellent.
Wagstaff snatches the tome with eager hands.
I feared this knowledge was lost for all time. Thank you. I assume that the deed is done. I trust Phoebe is no more.
So you don't deny it's the research notes you wanted all along. Come on, Wagstaff, you don't have to falsify pretenses to get me on board with killing sages. The Tidecaster averts his gaze with a huff.
Considering you spared us trespassers, there were decent odds you'd spare Phoebe. I figured she'd hand you her writings to purchase her freedom, so if you did get all merciful on me, I'd at least end up with the lore I need to protect my fellows. So, just what did you do with Phoebe?
I spared her.
I see. That is not what I requested, but it is hard to be angry when you have brought me such a treasure. Armed with this knowledge, perhaps I can better defend the wound, so I suppose I care a bit less that she's still out there knowing what she knows. Fatebinder, I thought your arrival would lead us to ruin, but instead you have blessed us with your service. You have my thanks. There is more I wish to discuss, but my agents tell me you are working with Jaspos.
He coughs at the use of the name.
Should you conclude your business with that self-serving stone savant, come speak with me and we'll discuss matters further.
Okay, well, we do have something to do with him, so let's go do that. Let's just speed up the running. Hey, quest completed, indeed. Anyway, speed up the running to get to the other location. I wonder what more we have to do for him. Oh, someone's watching. Follow me. Nice. And there we are. Okay, let's speak with this guy.
Ah, Fatebinder, you've returned.
I decided not to take back your tools. His smile vanishes and is quickly replaced with a mask of carefully suppressed rage.
Fatebinder, that news is beyond displeasing to me. I thought the tool was made for a modest request. I don't see a way for us to forge on ahead.
He slams his sledgehammer into a nearby rock, pulverizing it beyond any use.
If you'll excuse me, Fatebinder, the settlers have needs I must attend to.
Okay, yeah, he's not happy with us.
Leave me be, Fatebinder. I have far too much to do and nothing left to say to you.
Very well, back to Wagstaff. Running, 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 running. Probably should have gone to him first instead of Wagstaff. That would have saved some time. Oh well. Well, let's see what Wagstaff wishes to speak with us about. Let's see. You said that you had something important for me to do.
The bastard's wound presents all sorts of threats. The pain, sparse vegetation, the toxic water. Perhaps the oddest threat came from within. Reef Talon, former alpha of sorts to our tribe, became wild and uncontrolled. She started to exhibit healing powers, or so it seemed. She could heal the outward symptoms of injuries, but those she treated became sleepless, doomed to waste away. Reef Talon is gone. She fled into the Oldwalls, but in her lies an answer to our woes. Her mystically charged blood will allow me to make purifying reagents for decades, probably longer. Putting her down would also prevent her healing others and making more sleepless. To put it bluntly, kill her, bring back her corpse, and you'll have solved our water and sleepless problems in one slice.
You wanted to use her blood for a purifying agent, but you mentioned her healing power corrupted people. Are you sure this will work?
Confident, but not certain. You raise a valid concern, but I have used Reef Talon's blood in the earliest iterations of my purification agent. If her blood was problematic, we'd have found that out already the hard way.
Why can't you just make more of the purifying agent you've always been making?
A losing proposition. The beastmen that guard us would need to be bled, eventually slaughtered. This can be solved by harming one life now instead of many later.
Is killing her really necessary?
No, but I doubt nasty words and harsh glares will browbeat her into surrender.
If you want me to hunt your strongest beastmen, you need to offer me something.
Occulted Jade always told us never to work for free. I can't rightly send you headlong into risks without due recourse. Since you brought me the tome, I no longer need what amounts to, I suppose, the inspiration piece for my studies into metallurgy.
The old man rubbages through his flasks and crystals, producing forth a slender vial filled with either nothing, or, more likely given the water mage, perfectly clear water. You shriveled spatic sucker, how did you... Ebb clenches her jaw, nodding in silent awe. I think the term is pillaging.
A tidecaster with at least half a brain should know what to do with it, and if you can't find one of those, you could try Ebb.
I'll take care of it.
Together we might save the wound. As it happens, my eyes and ear tell me Jaspos has a crew of hunters also looking for Reef Talon. It's imperative we find her first. You'll need two things. First, hold on to my warden's key.
Wagstaff bundles a medallion from a pouch and places it in your hand.
You'll need this down below. It should let you access the switches and runes of the Oldwalls from afar. It's essential for navigating the depths. Try not to get yourself killed down there. Not only am I grateful for the mercy you've shown our settlement, I also need this trinket back eventually. Second, you'll need the keystone to the teleporter that takes you down to the untamed sections of the Oldwalls. Speak to Insipid Monica. Tell her you need the keystone. Tell her you have my approval.
Okay, so that'll be our quest. So what the hell is this thing that we got? Vial of inexplicably heavy water. This vial of crystal clear water is much heavier than a vial of plain water has any right to be. Let me speak to Ebb. With a beaming smile, Ebb turns the small vial in her hands, examining the crystal clear water inside.
Oh, I didn't think I'd ever see this stuff again. Wagstaff must have salvaged it from the Academy of Tides.
What is it exactly?
At the risk of sounding like a pedantic sage, it's potentially several things at the moment. Occulted Jade, Archon of Tides, had a trick to turn things into water and back again.
Interesting.
This little vial here is halfway through that transformation. It's just waiting for the and back again step.
So what will it go back to being?
This vial is full of allied ocean. I see Wagstaff raided the old armory of the Academy. Occulted Jade made her war staff out of this stuff. But now that she's gone, what's to stop me?
A war staff? Like the sound of that.
As do I. Nothing wrong with my current one, but a little innovation never hurt, right? Tradition was you make sculptures and tools out of ocean alloy, but only the Archon and her guards were permitted to wear it into battle. But if she wanted us to follow her rules, she shouldn't have jumped ship and abandoned the Tears.
What would you need to create the staff?
Nothing. Just the willingness to get over some stupid old rule.
Holding syzygy in one hand, Ebb uncorks the vial with her thumb and pours the water on the blades that crown the staff. The water ripples around the contours of the battle staff, spreading to envelop the weapon's volume in a thin, shimmering coating. Placing both hands on the handle of the staff, Ebb pulls with both hands, straining with all her might until at last the staff splits in two. Her old staff in one hand, a shimmering translucent twin in the other.
Now all we need to do is get ourselves into trouble and test this out. Knowing us, that won't take long.
Interesting. Wave's Crest. Ah, here it is. And it is an artifact. Sanguine Gift. Calling on both the Water of Life and Searing Rays of Gravelight, Ebb establishes a tidal link between her blood and that of her victim, slowly leeching from them their very essence and adding it to her own. The amount of health she drains scales with Wavecrest's renown. Formed by Tidecaster Ebb in a variation of her traditional war staff, this weapon is only perfectly solid when swung. When held at rest, the staff ebbs and flows around the hands that grip it. Created from metals that have been transmuted into water and reshaped, such weaponry was, in times past, fiercely guarded by occulted jade, Archon of Tides. Ooh, this is interesting. Soaked for 17 seconds on damage. Oh yeah, you're gonna use this. Sure, you have the Bane Touch staff, which is interesting, but no, you're gonna be using this.
For me? Oh, you shouldn't have.
I shouldn't have? You're the one who made it! It's yours! Sure, you have syzygy, but you're not gonna be using syzygy anymore, because you got this thing, and this thing is nice. I don't know what the soaked means, but we'll see. Anyway, let us speak with insipid moniker here. I need access to the Oldwalls teleporter. I was told you have the keystone that opens it. Yeah, I've got it. The rock's been entrusted to me for safekeeping. Why should I let some outsider take it off my hands? Wagstaff needs my help. Right, of course. Don't let this peon delay you any further. Her smirk vanishes as she unwraps the keystone and pushes it forcefully into your hands. Don't take my needling too seriously, Fatebinder. Not many skulls to crack down here, so I've got to get my excitement where I can. Watch out for the sleepless while you're down there. Do us all a favor and put a few out of their misery. She sneers and backs away. Alright, I think we can do this. You know, it's not really a big deal. Ah, there's the teleporter. Alright, let's use the keystone here. Place the Bastard's Wound keystone in the indentation to activate the teleporter. There we go. Let me save before we start going down here. Because we still have time, we can start. Alright, we're saved. I just noted I have something here. This is for Wave's Crest. Okay, that's noted. Let's take a look down here. Darkened Hollow. These halls, though only lightly damaged, receive little light from above and have been largely flooded by the water filtering into the ancient depths. Slick floors, sunken chambers, and the Bane make travel here wildly dangerous. Alright, let's see what we find in here. It's always nice to go through the Oldwalls. Sure, we're not supposed to be, but they're interesting. Oh boy, we got a new keystone we gotta figure out here. Crystal in this beacon appears to react to the presence of torch keys. Alright, we gotta find more torch keys. Noted. Bane and Sleepless. If there's one thing I find interesting, it's that the Sleepless and the Bane aren't attacking each other. That is very curious. Alright, you... Let's get some fire out. I want to get some practice out with this stuff. You, go ahead, throw out some lightning.
Terrible at this. How am I not dead yet?
Smash to pieces!
Burn him! Alright, doing effectively. Alright, just a couple more of the Sleepless to deal with. Not much of a problem here.
Right.
Alright, give a stabbing there. Marked at the moment, but that'll be gone there.
Illusion. I would think only armed hunters and explorers survive down here.
Yeah, that's what I just said. There's someone here. A bedraggled-looking man shivers near the edge of the overlook, clothes damp and stained with an inky black substance. He moans softly to himself and occasionally mutters a few words in a low, incomprehensible tone. Hey, can you hear me? I'm right behind you. He attempts to straighten his back, but it's unclear if the action is in response to the sound of your voice. The effort is too great. He hunches again, using his arms to help brace himself against the floor. As his head sags forward, he continues to emit a low moan. You've survived here for some time. Why did the Bane leave you alone? The man only trembles further in response. His dried and cracked hands paw at the ground around him, a sluggish and futile search of some sort. His soft grunts increasingly grow frustrated. After a few moments, he very suddenly abandons the hunt. With head bent low and half-closed eyes, he resumes his quiet wail. Poke him. You prod him with your finger, first gently, then insistently. His skin is unusually cold to the touch. Despite your persistence, you elicit more than a grunt from the man. He shifts slightly, and you notice a strap wrapped around one of his legs, extending over the nearby ledge. Examine the dangling strap. Peering over the edge, you notice a half-open satchel attached to the strap, dangling precariously above the ground. Within it, you spot the sharp features and the persistent soft glow of an Oldwalls torch key. Take the torch key. You carefully pull the satchel upward, preventing it from twisting unexpectedly. The dazed man beside you mumbles softly to himself. As you reach into the bag and pull the torch key out, his eyes catch sight of its glow. Between labored breaths, he manages a painful croak.
Light. My light.
In one smooth motion, you lift the crystal from the satchel and hide it from sight within the folds of your pack. With no light to draw his attention, the agitated man relaxes and returns to his foggy somnambulance. Okay, poor guy. Sheesh. Is there anything up here to look at? Well, there's a trap.
Interesting.
It's nice how visible the traps are here. Looks like we can't actually go across there, though. Alright. Well, this torch key must be used over here. Only possible option. Lazu torch key. Well, that seems to have gained some of their attention. As you consider the distance between you and the Oldwalls mechanism, you feel a slight warmth emanate from the Warden's key.
This is like having a ridiculously long arm to reach out and tamper with the Oldwalls. This should be fun.
Yeah, this should be fun. Very interesting. Oh boy, we've got some big boys here. Alright, you know what? Let's get some boosts up, how about that? You get fire on you. You get lightning on you. You... Let's get a Titan's Touch on you. And you... I don't think you have anything in particular. And now let's get another. You get a strength on him. You get that on yourself. And you can go ahead and use this. Now let's get in here.
Trouble is afoot.
Let's get some spells out here. Fire. I want to burn them. Oh, that's actually a very good spot. You... How about we throw this out there? This seems like a good idea. You... Oh, you can get all of them. I like that.
Nobody saw that, right? I dare you! Try that again!
Holy crap, that was a lot of pain. Can you... Oh, that actually gets a lot of them. You can also get a lot of them. really care much for that. Okay, you ignore that one. Get that mage dead, please. Because I really don't care for it.
Anyone else want to tangle with this old man?
Don't really need to do the restoring touch there, I don't think. Almost got that one. Alright, now we just need to take care of the malice here. Come on, finish him.
I got it. On it.
Another stabbing. Okay. We're good. That was a hell of a fight. Surprisingly nothing in there. I think maybe some coins, but that's about it. Not much in there either. Oh, there's more in there with... Ooh, a teleporter. Let's take a look here.
I've lost it. Gone, gone, forever lost.
A glassy-eyed man sways on his feet, his countenance sickly pale, an ashen half-circle is clinging to the undersides of his eyes. He stares forward, gaze unfocused, seemingly unaware of your presence.
It must be in the water. I should keep swimming, swimming, always upstream.
As you step closer, he turns to face you and squints his eyes.
You there. Have you seen it?
What are you looking for? His brow furrows as he confronts your question.
I knew just a moment ago. I lost something important. I did. I'm so tired. How long have I been...
He trails off, unable to complete his thought. The Bane are everywhere. How do you survive down here?
Bane?
His irises wander to the corners of his eyes, as if doing so would reveal creatures hidden beside him.
Oh, they don't pay us any mind, not anymore. Lullaby tells them no. Lullaby protects.
Who or what is Lullaby?
She watches from the deep, deep dark. Her song is sweet and makes all the evil people go to sleep. Lullaby protects.
Lullaby protects. Sounds like they have their own little grave in ash. How quaint. There is nothing clever in equating this fool's delusion with the Legion's respect for their Archon. You don't seem well. He blinks at you without comprehension.
I'm awake, aren't I? This isn't a dream.
He reaches out and grasps your shoulder loosely, then firmly.
My thoughts come and go, and I sometimes can't tell if I still live.
He pats himself on the cheek several times, each with increasing intensity.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm still here. I'm one of the afflicted, the sleepless, I think is what they call us. It was Reef Talon. Her touch healed me, stopped the blood from spilling out.
He runs his hand along a vicious-looking scar bisecting his chest.
She took something in exchange. I'm alive enough to know I'm hollow.
He stops and scrutinizes his hands.
Hollow. Hollow.
As he raises his head, his eyes show no signs of recognition.
Have you seen it? I've lost something.
I'll be going now. Oh yeah, this place isn't creepy at all. So I can turn that. But we got some more fighting we can do in here. Quite a few things. Let's get our spells out here, why don't we? Once again, you get the fire, and you get the lightning. You throw out the strength.
Will do. Right.
Now let's go after him.
Another battle. I think we're bad at making
Quite a
friends.
few of them here. Oh yeah, this is all very nice. Let's see. This is gonna get a lot of them.
As you come,
You move back a bit, so you can do that. You can do this. Oh, you can get all of them. I love it. And you Well, your area isn't quite as big, but it'll do.
Take that!
Ooh, a level up!
That one right.
Why didn't you actually cast the spells I told you to? Okay, you actually did cast it.
I need to try this tactic.
That was effective. Actually, finish off that one. Thank you!
With this old man?
Sorry, I can't.
Okay, we've got him now. This is effective. Okay, so we've got a stairway down that we can't really go down at the moment. We don't... And we've got a teleporter in here. Finish off this guy. There we go. Achievement unlocked, sleepless in 3 battles. Curious. We need a keystone in order to go any further. The Abyss Keystone. And that one won't work there, so we'll need to come back here. Alright, so we have this path we can take. Can go a bit further. Let's see. Oh! Hey!
Interesting.
Something we can loot. Good, we can take everything there. That one doesn't do anything. Further down. Lazarus Keystone must work here. No! Oh wait, there was something here that we could have looted, but we didn't. I feel like we're missing something. Ah, this guy. The Abyss Keystone. So this'll take us down to the Abyss. That'll teleport us further down, and you know what? I think we'll take a look down there in the next episode, because this one has gone... Oh wait, no. Before I end... Lantry, you leveled up. Let's give you some bonus health. I think that's a good idea to have. And as for skills... Let's see... Grants additional spell slots. Yeah, I want to get you that. The lore skill improvement... might be pretty good. You've got the frozen stance, which would be useful. While you have Watcher's Judgment, we don't use it at all. We'll give you Lore Master 2. Then, next level, you'll be getting Ancient Knowledge. That'll be very good. Recounting of Deeds. Huh, interesting. Anyway, that's what you got. Very nice. Anyway, next episode, we'll make our way further down into the Abyss. I am very curious what we're going to find down there. But that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I'm Chester44. That is Jason Pendragon, Barrack, Lantry, and Ebb. This has been a Let's Play of Tyranny. And I shall see you all next time.